I remember around July of last year, I started going on a bulk again, and I was around 170 pounds. I didn't have that much muscle on me, and my goal back then was to achieve a physique like I have now, 180 pounds with ab definition and being lean. And now I'm around 184 pounds, and I look how I want to look. So I've achieved better than what I wanted to achieve, if that makes sense. And I look better than I looked back then. And it's one of these things that I used to visualize, and I used to vividly visualize where I wanted to be in this certain area. 180 pounds in shape, ab definition, all that's what I was visualizing. And I've beat that now. I'm in a better position than that now, and I'm in much better shape than that now. And that's crazy to think. But if I didn't have this vision initially, I wouldn't have achieved this, if that makes sense. And I just want you lot to start believing truly in your visions. And this is going into all different areas in my life as well, because I've had so many things that I've visualized that has actually happened in my life, if that makes sense. And we forget that this is a secret power in a sense. It's not unbelievably like wishy-washy in a sense, because it keeps you going when you're struggling. That's where I feel like more so over the power of this comes in, because when you're struggling, you visualize your goal. Oh, I want to achieve this. You keep going then. Whereas if you didn't have that visualization of that goal, where you wanted to be, on the days when you were struggling, you would give up. But when you visualize your goal, consistently visualize it, you keep going, like with this YouTube channel. I visualize my goal. I want to hit 10k subs. That's my goal. I keep going. And I'm not going to stop until I reach that. That's keeping me going and going and going. And let's say I hit that, then it's going to be no surprise that I hit that, in a sense, because I'm visualizing it and I keep going and keep going and keep going. It's not like it's magic or anything, but it's more so that it allows you to keep pushing, keep going, and keep looking for answers, in a sense. And this is just a little example with my physique that I was able to do that. I literally never thought I'd be able to achieve this weight with this physique. And ain't even that much weight, is it really? But when you're natural, a lot of times you put halt on yourself. And I've never had a really long period of bulking, which I had this time. And now I leaned down the stone and then went back up a little bit. And now I feel amazing, I feel incredible. And it's one of these things that you just need to truly trust in your vision and truly just try on a daily basis to your goals. Whatever it is, just truly try and believe that you can achieve that, because you can. It's almost working towards that daily and just keeping that in the forefront of your mind that allows you to achieve that. It's not that it's this thing that is out of the ordinary, in a sense, and the emotional attachment and all that keeps you going, in a sense. And who knows, there may be some universal stuff with it as well, but on a real level, it just allows you to keep going, which is the main thing. And therefore you're not going to give up, and therefore you're going to keep trying instead of giving up when it gets slightly hard. Giving up when you feel a little bit of sadness, a little bit of pain, or today I feel tired, or today I didn't give a fuck, or today it's not my day. Give up. But when you have the mindset that you're going to keep going regardless, and even on them days when you're struggling, you do a bit, or you try to push forward in some area with that thing, you start to achieve it slowly but surely. And then every time you achieve that goal, and then you're like, oh, I visualized that. But in reality, you just kept going on the days when you're struggling because of that visualization, if that makes sense. And I want you lot to just trust in your visualizations, in a sense, because I've had stuff where I visualized it, like with dates before. I visualized me and a certain girl doing this thing, and I visualized it to a T, which is crazy because there were so many factors that would have had to go in place in order for me to have it in that way, if that makes sense, in that same way. And that's a weird thing, because when you apply that emotional connection towards it, in a weird way, it feels like it's drawing towards you, in a weird sense, you know? And then you're coming towards it as well, and it's almost like it's gonna come together at some point, you know? And this is not to sound like fucking lost and way spiritual and shit, but on a real level, when you keep trying, when you keep going, and you don't let go of that vision, and you keep going, it's bound to come closer to you. And don't be surprised if it comes the same way that you visualize it, and the same way that it happens. Because I've had that 2 times on 2 different dates, happening the same way, and happening in the way that I seemed. I've had it recently as well, another thing, I visualized it a certain way, and that's happening. And that's really external, which is weird. So on a real level, this stuff does actually have an effect, but you have to apply that emotional connection with it as well. That emotional attachment as well, a little bit. You need to feel the emotion as you're visualizing it. Close your eyes, visualize it in detail, and keep going. And especially when you're struggling more so over, keep that in your mind and keep that going, because then you will actually apply effort and achieve that. And this is just a few examples. Like my physique, I can't believe I've achieved that. A stone heavier, and My body fat's probably only went up like, I'd say around 3%, 3 to 4%, which is beautiful in a sense, because I went up to 194, 193, came down to 180, then I ate a bit more, and then my body just essentially went back up to 186, trimmed down a little bit, now I'm 184 again, and I feel good, and I feel strong, and I feel powerful, and I feel in shape, and that's what it's about at the end of the day. And I visualized that last year when I was 170, and I was light as fuck, but I was lean, I was in shape, I was ripped, but I visualized that back then, 180 in shape, but now I've surpassed that, which is amazing. And now I'm going to visualize more, and especially visualize in certain other areas where I want to achieve in the goals. And also in a social situation, visualize how you're going to come off that affects the social situation in the same way. And that's the real power of visualization. When you're struggling, visualize your goal and keep that in your mind, and you're going to keep going. And that's going to be the real message in this video. Hope you got a lot of value. Like, comment, and subscribe. Shoot me an email if you want to get in shape. Thank you.